Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andrew, and here are my goals for 2026. Goal number one, to post more frequently. I want to do 2 videos a week. One video, which I'm going to call the ranking or ranting series, where I take something and I rank a category within it, or I find a topic I want to talk about and I just rant about it. And my other video of the week is going to be on Fridays, which is going to be an Andrew Has Thoughts, or it's going to be a reaction video where I react to some content I found interesting that I want to give my thoughts on. I'm giving myself a schedule because I think it will help me stay consistent as well as help me figure out how to best lay out my content going forward. So my new videos will be going out on Wednesday and Friday starting in the new year. Goal number 2, I want to grade more cards. So I currently have a total of 11 graded cards with tag. It is a company I want to grade with a lot more often. I'm going to do a submission probably in February, but I want to do at least, I would say, 2 or 3 throughout the year of 2026. My goal is to be grading things just for my personal collection. So what I'm going to grade is not necessarily the most valuable. It's not necessarily going to go for a 10, but it is to encapsulate the cards I love and to keep going with what my goals are and what I want to look at. All my graded cards are on my desk in front of me. I love looking at them as I record videos or as I work, but I really want to grade more and I want to find more cards to grade. And speaking of that, goal 3, be more intentional about what I collect. I found in 2025 I was collecting a lot of things to master sets. And at the end of the day, that is a lot easier said than done. Looking back on it and looking at my entire catalog and collection of cards, realized there's a lot of cards I bought just to complete a set that I didn't really like. So I, going forward, want to make sure I'm only collecting the cards I actually want to own and collecting the cards that I think I need in my collection and that I think will gain value over time. But cards that I mostly like is where I really need to start. So Full Art Trainers is one of my biggest priorities. It is about 10% of my collection currently. I'd like it to be a little higher. More cards from the XY era. There's a lot of Celebrations cards that I really like. The Eevee and Sylveon card, the Gardevoir card. There's definitely more I need to look back on and see that I can get, especially with prices going down now. It's going to be good. But more importantly, most of the cards, the Pokemon I love, like Garchomp, Lopunny, Gardevoir, Metagross, those are my big 4. And there's definitely some good cards of those coming out this year. But also looking at buying Japanese over English, mostly to save money, as well as to get better looking cards. Because at the end of the day, Japanese print quality is better, and sometimes Japanese cards are cheaper than their English counterparts. But more importantly, I want to go to more card shows. Locally, there's at least 2 a month in my area, but I really want to seek out and go to more shows. I want to go to Collecticon again. I want to be more present in the community. And with that being said, I also want to lean into my One Piece collection. One Piece is maybe, I would say, 5% of my portfolio currently. But there's a lot of cards I missed out on just because I was prioritizing Pokemon over One Piece. I want to collect almost all, if not most, of the alt art leaders like you see in the carrot here, whereas the leader in a Bearded Portrait. And then I want to go for those SPs, the Treasure Rares, the Edward Newgate right here, I believe is an SP. It's a card I wish I picked up in OP11, but I let it time slip away. My favorite characters from One Piece are Zoro, Chopper, Carrot, Boa, and Whitebeard, or Newgate. And there's a lot of pretty cards in One Piece. The art is very beautiful. Even the alt art special rares, SRs, are gorgeous. So I really need to go back and start figuring out what I want to collect. and who I want to collect. But most of all, one big thing I want to do this year is I want to play more in locals. I want to learn how to play. I want to be present in my local card shops, be seen as less of a collector and more of a player. So I'm going to learn how to play the Pokemon TCG, and I'm also going to learn how to play the One Piece TCG. I've already started learning One Piece a little bit. I did build a makeshift carrot deck, or a chopper deck. I think it was chopper actually, because it could be either. It's a mink. But I really want to get into the TCG, learning to play, playing locally, maybe competing at a higher level. But using the cards I have in my collection, instead of it being bulk, they are playable cards. But that's all I have for today's video. I want to know what your goals are for the next year. What are you planning to do? Do you have a good 2025? Let me know down below, and thanks for watching.